guys, welcome to Run Free and Strong. I'm Rayto. We are at the world-class Nike Track and Field Center at the Armory in New York City for an indoor mile. Let's go, guys.
While we watch the race footage, I will share the race goals and plan, as well as my race execution and thoughts as the race unfolds. Based on my seat time, I was placed in the last of 9 unseated sections. 20 runners were packed into Section 9, making for a crowded field on the small 200-meter track. On the back stretch, I'm third from last in exactly 18th position with the entire field in front of me. The overarching goal was to break 7 minutes, given my recent training and current fitness. It's been one of the toughest winters in Connecticut for at least a decade. The long-term goal is to break 6 minutes on an outdoor track this summer. This was my first track race in a few years, and the race plan was simple. Run control 3:30 for the first 800 meters, and in negative split the second 800 with progressively faster 200-meter laps. Coming through 409 meters in 1:43, which converts to 1:41 for 400 meters, I pumped the brakes a little bit for the next 2 laps. We'll revisit this in the race recap and discuss whether this was the right decision. I've moved up to 16th with a pack of runners in front of me. Should I have made a bigger move here? At 609 meters, I started doing math in my head and realized that maybe I backed off a little too much. Let's see where we are at 809 meters. I'm now up to 14th place. I passed 809 meters in 3:29 low and felt strong, although the dry indoor air started to bother me. I started to shift gears and in my mind played back the positive training to visualize the middle part of the race and the finish. Let's get to 1,000 meters. I passed more runners, including some that I lapped. Unfortunately, I had to run more and more in lane 2 and even swing out to lane 3. With 3 laps to go, I continued to crank down the pace. Coming through 1209 meters in 509, which is 507 for 1200 meters, and with only 400 meters to go, I again calculated that sub 6:45 was within reach. Let's go, guys. Here's my final 200-meter lap. With about 150 meters to go, I had 4 runners right in front of me, and I made my final move. I passed 3 runners on a turn, swinging out to lane 3. I closed the final 400 meters in 95 seconds, much of that running in lanes 2 and 3, and placed 9th of 20 and 6th among men. My official time is 6:43.93, which using the World Masters Athletic age-graded conversion converts to a 5:23 flat. Goal accomplished and happy with the outcome. Let's do a quick recap of the good, the bad, and the ugly. I achieved the overall sub 7-minute goal, which was modest because of the training and fitness being impacted by the tough winter. My official time is 6:43.93, which converts to an age-graded 5:23.0. My goal is to run sub 6 minutes on an outdoor track this summer. I'm stoked to tell you that on May 2nd, I plan to race the mile at the iconic ICANN Stadium on Randall's Island between Manhattan and Queens in New York. Just like the Armory, ICANN is another world-class venue where I witnessed my son, now my coach, race PBs while on school track teams. Unfortunately, the mile is 5 days after my Lake Warmok 50K race, where I am attempting a sub 4 hours and 45 minute time. That's a quick recovery, and I'll play it safe and will make a game day decision on the mile race. Continuing with what went well, I was able to run the second half faster than the first half, and my opening 809 meters was 3:29, and my closing 800 was 3:14. The final 400 meters was 94.7 seconds. Coach Christian designed the past few workouts to align with specific race objectives, and the race result validates the training. Having said that, there's always room for improvement. Here's a shocker. My fitness was much better than I thought, and I could have and should have run faster. My average heart rate was 125, and my max was 141. Only 20% of the race was in zone 4, which is lactate threshold, while 80% was in zones 2 and 3, which is aerobic. Other than the breathing issues I mentioned with the dry indoor air, I did not feel like I went to the physiological limit in the race. We've observed that a few training sessions did not go as well as planned, and Coach attributed that to mental hurdles, and looking at the data after the workout supported his assessment. My mind is holding me back, and I need to really prioritize improving my mental strength. Before we close, I'd like to mention again my 2025 goals to run faster and farther than before. That includes running the Lake Warmock 50K race for time, as well as a couple of 100-mile ultras later this year. We'll attempt sub 24 hours. If you enjoyed the race video, please give it a like, and while you're here, please subscribe to follow and support our channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.